We're here with the guys from Cars 3 to tell us all about the new film. So if you care to introduce yourselves.
Yes, Jay Ward, the creative director for the Cars franchise.
And
Jay Schuster, production design for characters on Cars 3.
So guys, Cars 3, what can you tell us? What's happening in the film?
Really excited. First of all, McQueen is back big time. We're excited about this film because we are bringing McQueen back, like I said, but also some new exciting characters as well. If you loved Cars 1 for that sort of that meaty story of McQueen and kind of who he meets along the way, you're going to love this film.
Now, what do you think? The teaser you showed us, there was a bit of a crash going on. It looks a lot like the crash that the Hudson Hornet went under. Mm-hmm. Are we echoing the Hudson Hornet a little bit?
What do you think? Yeah, I think we are.
You know, honestly, I think the part of that teaser that you mentioned for us was we wanted to really reset people's expectations. And a lot of people went, whoa, what are you doing? Are you killing McQueen? What was important for us was to say, this is a new film, a totally new film that you're going to really be engaged with. The stakes are going to be higher in this film. The emotion is higher in this film. I think people expect from a Pixar film an emotional journey, like a story, a hero story, transformation. It's back in this movie in a big way. And this teaser was a way of saying, whatever you were thinking it was going to be, you're wrong. You're going to love this.
So let's talk about the new characters. How do you bring something new into the Cars world? Because it's a huge world now.
It is. Yeah, so we sit down with the director, sit down with story. We let all this, everything they need for the story, we let that stuff settle with us. I mean, these things take years to design, and we're sitting down and we're sketching these things for months and months, trying to kind of hone and sculpt and give these things personality through shape and texture and graphic. For like Jackson Storm, it was the best time to work on that character. I had to design something that contrasts with McQueen. Just like give us McQueen's nemesis that is just everything opposite of McQueen. So I go for angular and sharp, dark paint, stealthy. Even his graphic design is like barbed and dangerous looking, right? So everything about him is new, and that was just so fun creating like a complete, ground up design.
So how do you go about thinking about these characters? You realize you have to bring them into the world, but how do you go from we need a character to Jackson Storm or Cruz Ramirez?
I mean, honestly, they write these stories like they're writing for human characters, and that's the thing. These are characters first, cars second. So, the thing is, we're just sorry, I got a little distracted.
These are living characters that happen to be vehicles. What happens a lot in these movies are we're working very close in the art department, we're working close to story, and early on story's saying we need a bad guy, he's got to look fast, he's got to look tough, he's got to make McQueen look old-fashioned just by looking at him. And that's when Jay will sit pen to paper and start going, okay, what is modern, what is new, what is NASCAR going to look like 20 years from now, what is that? And we have these mandates, we have these sort of taglines of what these characters are. We start with that kernel of a thought, and we go from there.
So what can you tell us about the two new characters, Ramirez and Jackson?
So, as Jay mentioned, Cruz Ramirez he mentioned Jackson Storm. Cruz Ramirez, on the other hand, not necessarily a race car, not this baddie of the film, but really more of this trainer, high-tech, savvy, younger, totally different design, kind of a little European elegance meets muscle car kind of look. But again, totally new characters in this world we haven't met before that are just going to be lovable and remembered, and we're excited about them.
How do you guys look at modern car trends coming in, like autonomy and electric vehicles? How does that impact the world you've created, considering they are all autonomous?
This is the world's first autonomous car. There you go. McQueen, no driver, totally drives himself. So we actually beat Detroit to the punch on that one. Yeah. No, the world of cars, no humans exist. The cars are the characters, as Jay was saying. And so we have to think about, in a world where no humans exist, that design language of that car has to tell a little bit of who that car is. We don't want to look at Detroit designs and go, oh, I like that new wing dinghy on that new model, and start trying to put that into our car. That begins to date the film, or it feels kind of too trendy. We really want designs that are timeless. You look at McQueen, this was designed around 2002, 2003. It holds up, it's still fresh. Like, I still love this design. This is great, it's timeless design. When you do it well, it's not tied into a time period.
We come to these shows to inspire us.
Absolutely.
We're taking everything we see, it's all form vocabulary, it's all design and graphic and all that stuff. We put it into a blender, just
the Pixar blender.
Just like it comes out in these like composite forms that we create. We might recall something cool about a little detail in a car we see, but we never fully, it's not about the style. We never fully borrow a front end of a Buick or whatever, but you know.
Yeah, and an important point too is in the world of cars, we have real vehicles. Like we have the 49 Mercury that is Sheriff, or the 42 Jeep that is Sarge, or Doc Hudson, 51 Hudson Hornet. They're real cars, but we also design our own in-house cars. We really like that combination. If you go back to Toy Story, Buzz and Woody are Pixar-designed toys, but then we really had a Barbie in there. That's a real toy. So we try to find that combination of in-house design versus real world. So we have that authenticity, but we have our own characters.
So you have these characters, these autonomous cars in the world. How do you design a world around them where everything works as it would in reality? Like, what challenges do you face making that happen? Because it must be difficult.
Well, in the first movie, it was like, okay, there's no sidewalks, everything is street, everything is a road.
Yep.
You think about a house design. Does it have the garage? No, wait, the house is the garage.
Right.
So it's just this. Oh, everything's turned upside down. The second movie kind of went overboard on carifying a lot of the environment, like just putting the essence of like a spark plug in that column design, or just letting kind of car culture inform all these shapes and designs. But we kind of play it every so often. We want to pull back on that a little bit, let the cars kind of be featured a little bit more in this environment. We're still doing a lot of playing with landscapes, rock formations, and even cloud shapes. Like there's like a tire tread going across the sky at times. So just anywhere where it's tastefully peppered in as a car culture reference, we dial that in there.
Yeah.
Now you guys are proper car guys. You have to be. So I've got to ask, what do you drive?
Right now I've got a GLA 45, the little AMG hatch, which is a little bit of a Jekyll and Hyde, but I'm really a vintage car guy. I've got a 29 Model A Roadster that I built with a Cadillac 331 in it. I built that when I got married. I've got a 57 Pontiac Safari Wagon, which is like a Nomad, but Pontiac's version, if you're familiar with that. And I've got a 1939 Mercury convertible, which is first year of Merc, in a convertible that's kind of Art Deco. And then I just picked up a 76 911S and impact bumper 911, because those are getting, they're kind of reasonable. Mm-hmm. And I kind of did a Euro spec thing on that, dropped it down, H4 headlamps, and the wheels, and it looks good.
That's awesome. That is really cool. That's like, so I have all of the awesome stuff.
I'm a car nut. Like I truly, this is like labor of love for me. So I am a car guy. I put on the car show at Pixar as well. So this is all part of my thing.
So follow that.
I just bought a brand new Ford F-150 pickup truck.
Nice.
Super cab.
But tell them the cool part.
The cool part is I just bought an Airstream trailer.
Yes.
So I'm going to drive this thing around America, see every place, just go everywhere. And
that's pretty cool.
That is
super styling.
That is awesome.
And he didn't just get any Airstream, he bought the land yacht.
The land
Come
yacht.
on, that name alone.
28 foot.
A land yacht.
28 feet of living space.
That's a drop the microphone. Land yacht.
If I do that, they'll kill me.
Yeah, don't do that.
So when you were researching the first film, you did a trip along Route 66. Okay. Would you do it again?
I have been back on Route 66, and I'll tell you something. What's amazing is how, and I don't want to give too much credit to cars, but it really helped transform these businesses along Route 66. Mm-hmm. A lot of them were dying on the vine, and you go back to 2000, the people who were visiting Route 66 were mainly Europeans. Germans would rent Harleys and ride Route 66, but America had largely forgotten these little towns. They truly had. They were dying on the vine. This film made little kids tell their parents, Mom, I want to do a road trip. I want to see Radiator Springs. And people hit the road, and these towns are telling us, thank you so much. Like, people are coming to our business. And when you go to visit, they're selling Cars toys, and they got a picture of John on the wall. And I love that. It's like we, in some strange way, paid it forward to them for the help they gave us in inspiring us for the movie.
Super awesome. And I'm gonna take a tour down Route 66 as well.
With your Airstream?
My Airstream.
Don't make me jealous.
With the land
With
yacht.
the land yacht.
You have to say it, the land yacht.
Yes, always in, yes. Channel your Jeremy Clarkson. The land yacht.
The biggest land yacht.
The land yacht.
Well, boys, can you give us a little sneaky bit of information that you've told no one else about the film?
I will say this. If you loved Cars 1, if you loved the emotion, the passion, the racing, that story, that Pixar heart, you are going to love this film. Some characters that you didn't expect to see will be back, and some characters that you haven't met yet, you're going to fall in love with. We're going to look to the past in order to move forward. I'll say that as well.
Nicely put. I think it's the best of the trilogy.
Yeah. Bold words. Bold
words right here. Right, boys, can you tell us when the film's out?
Yes, June 16th, 2017, in a theater near you.
Thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to see it. Cheers, guys.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
Thank
Pleasure
you.
meeting you.
Thank you.